Welcome back. You might be watching this video because you just failed the class and now you're wondering, what do I need to do? This is going to be about a supplemental exam, which is one of the two options that you can take after you failed a class at McGill University. One of the options is the supplemental exam, which I will be covering in this video. The other is retaking the class altogether the following semester. I personally had to take a supplemental exam because I didn't have time to retake the whole class, but the option is entirely up to you. Now, concerning the supplemental exam, in order to better prepare for it, I decided to go to tutorials for the class the semester following the class that I took. Basically, I failed my Calculus 3 class in fall of 2019. I talked about it in more detail in my previous video about how I failed that class, and the link will appear over here, I think. So I failed it in fall, but I had to take the supplemental exam during the study break in March, so you have to be careful about that. If you might be thinking you might be failing a class at McGill University in fall, please don't make any plans for the spring break, because that's when supplemental and deferred exam mostly happen. So try to not make plans and buy plane tickets, because if you fail a class and you decide to take a supplemental exam, it's going to be during spring break. It's very unfortunate, but in my case, and maybe in your case, it might be more time to study, which is very good. The way I prepared for this supplemental exam is that I went to the tutorials. It sounds super easy. Yeah, well, just go to the tutorial, genre, what's new? No, for me, it was new because I didn't go to the tutorial in fall. That was kind of dumb from me, but I did thought I had enough practice and I understood the concepts well. This time, I decided to go to the tutorials, to the class which I didn't go to because I didn't take the class again, so I went only to the tutorials too, and it is possible to do that. Usually tutorials in math are really crowded, so I was trying to go early for them, and it really helped me. It helped me having more practice with examples. It helped me also have kind of insider info on what might be on the next exam, because the TAs really insisted on what went wrong in the past semester, which I failed. So that was good. It was learning from my mistakes from the TAs. So along with the tutorials, I did more practice of exercises in the textbooks, which I still had, and I went into spring break ready for the supplemental exam. Now, and because this was my case, this was my experience, the supplemental exam was hard, but I did manage to pass it with a B minus, which is not a super grade in the end, but I did pass the class, which was really what I cared most about, and that was it. It was a very hard exam, so don't expect supplemental exams to be much easier than the final exam. No, they're worth 100% of your class, so they're not going to be super easy. They're not going to be way easier than what the other students passed as a final exam. It's not supposed to work that way. In the end, I did pass it. I did have a B minus, which can be problematic because both the D that I got from failing that class and the B minus from the supplemental exam will both stay in your transcript, in your GPA. So that's too bad. What I wanted was to pass the class, most importantly. And I do think that that's the best way to prepare for your supplemental exam, is to go to tutorials and practice examples. Sounds basic, but sometimes it's the basic stuff that really help you the most during a class. So thank you for watching the video. I hope I got enough information about supplemental exam. I hope I was able to answer most of your potential questions and help you out to not fail that class in the end. You failed the class, but it's not over. You can still succeed at your supplemental exam, or you can still succeed at retaking the class altogether. It's really up to you, but you have to put in more work because what you did before did not work. So you have to work more or smarter like I did and go to tutorials. I wish you luck if you're in that case, and if you're not, you can still take all of that advice and apply it to your classes so that you make sure you don't fail them. Have a good time, have a good day, and I will see you soon.